And we are joined now by Jim Walsh from Boston. He is a senior research associate at MIT's Security Studies program. Hi there, Jim. Welcome back to the broadcast.
Good to be with you, Susan.
So we've seen these images, you just saw them, of the two leaders coming together, declaring no more war on the peninsula, only peace. What is the next step?
Well, I think right now everyone's on a big high. I got lots of emails from South Korean friends with pictures from that, particularly the picture where Kim Jong-un steps over into South Korean territory. I think it really affected South Koreans emotionally, but that emotion and joy now has to be translated into policy. And the focus, the hope was this was going to provide momentum, which I think it has, provide momentum towards the U.S. DPRK summit. And that obviously is going to be the most important thing. But, we've had no negotiations yet, really, none. And yet there has been a tremendous amount of momentum generated, positive momentum, both by the North Koreans and by this summit. So people are excited. And then I have to be the killjoy and say it's a process. It's never as good as it looks. It's never as bad as it looks. And the next step, though, will be the important one, the U.S. DPRK summit.
So, Jim, we've seen these peace declarations, which have been an integral part of previous summits between the two Koreas. What's different this time around?
Well, there seems to be greater political commitment, and I am struck by the fact that Kim Jong-un has broadcast this through North Korean media, accessible by North Koreans. That's sort of a putting yourself out there, as it were. And I think some of the features of the agreement are new and interesting. The idea of turning the DMZ into a peace zone, creating a naval peace zone in the West. The West has been an area where we've had maritime incidents and exchanges. So I think that's actually very important from a preventing war standpoint. Of course, there are now the liaison offices. It looks like some of the old things will be opened. But I think mostly it's about the comments that both parties made at the summit. Moon talked about speed. We need to move as quickly as possible, have an agreement by the end of the year. And Chairman Kim made other statements, humorous statements, that were sort of surprising, that also suggested he understands what's at stake here. And so that's all very, very interesting, not what we have seen before.
So we know what President Trump wants. He wants Pyongyang to abandon all nuclear weapons programs, existing nuclear weapons programs, all nuclear weapons, period. Is he possibly saving this for his meeting with President Trump?
Sure. I mean, normally in normal politics, and these are not normal times, you don't offer anything in advance, right? You wait till you get to the negotiating table. The other side asks you for something, you give that thing then, and then you ask for something in return. That's not been the situation here. We've had lots of sort of proposals up front by the North Koreans, and obviously the hardest thing to tackle will be denuclearization. But the president, I hope, understands, as I said at the top, that this is a process. And even if all the parties wanted to denuclearize tomorrow, it wouldn't happen. It's going to take time. It's going to take years. It is a process for which there will be ups and there will be downs. But the main thing is getting started off on the right foot, where the parties think that this is going to work. If they believe it's going to work, then they'll sustain it and give it a chance, and then it might actually work.
Well, Jim Walsh, we really appreciate your time. Always. Thank you. Joining us live from Boston.